to Lake Math. We're going to do Reyes, angles, and angle bisectors. First, we're going to talk about a ray. A line goes on forever both ways. A segment starts and stops. A ray has a starting point and then goes on forever from there. The way you're going to write a ray is just put the 2 points that are on it and the arrow in the direction that it's going. So in this case I put A, B with the arrow going that way, so that means this would be A and B is just somewhere on here. Now, if I've got two rays put together and starting at the same spot, it's an angle. So basically an angle just means there's this spot where they start, it's a corner. We call this the vertex. So the vertex is the corner. And I've got A, B, and C. So B is my vertex. Now when we're writing the name of the angle, it's important that whatever your vertex is goes in the middle. So for naming this angle, I've got A, B, and C. So I do this little angle sign, and then A, B, C. Or I could do the angle sign C, B, A, as long as the B is in the middle, because it's the vertex. It doesn't matter which order, as long as the B is in the middle. Or, since there's a 1 right here, if there's a number there for the angle, you could just call it angle 1. Degrees. We have lots of degrees in geometry. Eventually we'll have radians, but we don't have to worry about that yet. A degree, we just take a circle and divide by 360, and that's a degree. Now, angle bisector, bisect just means it cuts it in half. So an angle bisector is just cutting the angle in half. So I've got my angle, this one in the middle is my angle bisector. Now I've got this little round mark here, a little round mark there, and a line. The round mark says it's an angle, and this little line means that this angle and that angle are equal. But in geometry, they don't like to use the word equal. Apparently geometry just wants to feel special about itself. So instead of calling it equal like we do in every other math class, we call it congruent because we're in geometry class. And it looks like an equal sign, but it's got this little swoopy thing on top. Is it any different than equal? Nah, it's still pretty much the same thing. But doesn't matter. That's the way they decided to write it in geometry, so that's the way we got to write it in geometry. So I might say equal, I really mean congruent. Alright, that should be enough to get started.